Alright, let's get right into it. Crazy Bone of the legendary group Bone Thugs and Harmony, hospitalized in critical condition, life threatening. But it's real funny because I remember him speaking out about a certain industry and how it's linked to other things and possibly in the government and how it's a big time monopoly. But let's hear from him and see what's going on.
As the speaker went on to tell us that the respective companies we represented had invested in a very profitable industry, which could become even more rewarding with our active involvement. He explained that the companies we worked for had invested millions into the building of privately owned prisons, and that our positions of influence in the music industry would actually impact the profitability of these investments. Then he says, I remember many of us in the group immediately looking at each other in awe and confusion. At the same time, I didn't know what a private prison was, but I wasn't the only one. Sure enough, someone asked what these prisons were and what any of this had to do with music. We were told that these prisons were built by privately owned companies who received funding from the government based on the number of inmates. The more inmates, the more the government would pay these prisons. It was also made clear to us that since these prisons are privately owned, as they become publicly traded, we'd be able to buy shares. Most of us were taken back by this. Again, a couple of people asked what this had to do with us. At this point, my industry colleague who had first opened the meeting took the floor again and answered our questions. He told us that since our employees had become silent investors in this prison business, it was now in their interest to make sure that these prisons remain filled. Our job would be to help make this happen by making music which promote criminal behavior, rap being the music of choice. He assured us that this would be a great situation for us because rap music was becoming an increasingly profitable market for our companies, and as employees, we'd also be able to buy stocks in these prisons.
TMZ is reporting that the Grammy-winning hip-hop legend Crazy Bone is fighting for his life in an LA area hospital. The report says the Bone Thugs and Harmony member has undergone 2 surgeries to battle internal bleeding in his lungs. Fellow Bone Thugs member Bizzy Bone posted on social media asking people to keep his friend in their TMZ is reporting that.
So leave a comment, tell me what you think about this and how it relates to what he did early on, like as far as exposing industries and how they're connected and the agendas that they push and things like that. Leave a comment and also follow the page for more. But I just find it real interesting that never heard of any health issues with Crazy Bone, and now all of a sudden he's bleeding from the lungs. Wait a minute, that's not it. Hold on, check this out. What causes bleeding from the lungs? Infections, toxins, drugs, hematologic or cardiac disorders. No prior health issues that I've heard of. Infections can be caused by a lot of different things. Toxins can be caused by fucking getting drugged.